Have you ever stopped to wonder why world peace seems like an unattainable dream? It's a thought that's crossed many minds, isn't it? We often find ourselves pondering on the elusive concept of world peace, believing it to be a utopian ideal, a concept that's more at home in the pages of a fantasy novel than in our stark reality. But let's pause for a moment and consider this presumption. Is world peace truly an impossible goal? Or are we simply conditioned to think of it as such due to the constant influx of news about conflict and strife? Our perceptions about peace are often skewed. We tend to equate peace with the complete absence of conflict. But let's clarify something here. Peace isn't about eliminating disagreements or differences. It's about managing them in a way that promotes mutual respect and understanding. It's about creating an environment where conflicts don't escalate to violence, where dialogue and diplomacy triumph over brute force. Now, you might be wondering, isn't this all theoretical? Is there any hard evidence to support these lofty ideals? Well, the answer is a resounding yes. Numerous global peace indexes and studies have shed light on the feasibility of world peace. For instance, the Global Peace Index, an annual report produced by the Institute for Economics and Peace, ranks countries based on various indicators of peace, such as levels of violence and aggression, societal safety and security, and militarization. The index consistently shows that there are nations successfully nurturing peaceful societies, debunking the popular misconception that peace is an unattainable utopia. Moreover, research from the Positive Peace Report highlights the pillars that underpin peaceful societies. These include well-functioning government, equitable distribution of resources, free flow of information, and good relations with neighbors. This research reinforces the idea that peace is achievable and provides a roadmap to attain it. So, if world peace isn't an impossible dream, what's stopping us from achieving it? As we delve deeper into this topic, let's keep an open mind and challenge our preconceived notions about peace. Because after all, peace begins with a shift in perspective. To understand how to achieve world peace, we must first understand the barriers that prevent it. In our pursuit of peace, we are often confronted by towering walls, seemingly insurmountable in their scale and complexity. These barriers take many shapes and forms, but perhaps the most significant of them are economic inequality, lack of education, and cultural differences. Consider economic inequality, a stark reality in our world today. According to a United Nations report, the richest 1% of the population controls nearly half of the world's wealth. This staggering imbalance not only fuels social unrest and conflict, but it also hampers efforts towards sustainable peace. When resources and opportunities are disproportionately distributed, it creates a breeding ground for resentment and strife, hindering our collective journey towards tranquility. Now, let's shift our focus to education, or rather, the lack thereof. Education is the cornerstone of understanding and tolerance, the very foundations of peace. Yet, countless individuals around the globe are denied this basic right. United Nations studies reveal that over 250 million children worldwide do not have access to primary education. This lack of education leads to ignorance, which in turn fuels fear and hatred, casting a dark shadow over the path to peace. Lastly, we cannot ignore the barrier of cultural differences. The beauty of our world lies in its diversity, but sadly, this diversity is often seen as a threat rather than a strength. Cultural misunderstandings and biases can lead to conflicts, creating fractures in the fabric of our global community. It's a harsh truth that our differences, instead of uniting us, often drive us apart. As we grapple with these barriers, it's easy to feel overwhelmed. But it's crucial to remember that these are not insurmountable obstacles. They are challenges, yes, but challenges that can be overcome with awareness, understanding, and collective action. But even with these barriers, world peace is not an unattainable dream. It's a journey that requires us to acknowledge and tackle these barriers head-on. Only then can we truly move towards a peaceful world. So, if world peace is attainable, what steps can we take to achieve it? Let's delve into that. One of the ways to break down barriers to peace is by promoting education. Knowledge is a powerful tool, and it's often said that education is the foundation of understanding. By fostering learning environments that encourage critical thinking and empathy, we can equip individuals with the skills to navigate and positively impact their world. This isn't a hypothetical notion, it's backed by research. Studies reveal that societies with high literacy rates tend to have lower levels of conflict. Another significant pathway to peace is fostering cultural understanding. Picture this: a world where we all take the time to learn about and appreciate different cultures, traditions, and perspectives. It sounds simple, but it's incredibly effective. When we understand each other's backgrounds, we're less likely to fear or hate what is different. We begin to see that we're not so different after all. Experts in peace studies have found that societies that celebrate diversity tend to be more peaceful. Addressing economic inequality is also crucial. Economic disparity can breed resentment, tension, and conflict within societies. By striving for economic fairness, we can reduce these tensions and promote a more peaceful coexistence. There's a wealth of research to support this idea. Studies show that societies with less wealth disparity tend to have lower levels of internal conflict. So, we've discussed promoting education, fostering cultural understanding, and addressing economic inequality as pathways to peace. Are these the only solutions? Certainly not. But they're a good starting point. They're achievable, impactful, and, most importantly, they're steps that every single one of us can contribute to in our own unique ways. Remember, the path to peace isn't a linear one, and it's certainly not easy. It requires continuous effort, understanding, and empathy. World peace isn't a one-size-fits-all solution, but these steps can get us closer to our goal. But world peace isn't just up to world leaders or organizations, it's up to each one of us. Indeed, the journey towards global harmony begins at the individual level. Each one of us has the capacity to be a catalyst for change, a beacon of hope in a world that oftentimes seems shrouded in conflict and misunderstanding. Think about it. Every act of kindness, every word of understanding, every endeavor to educate ourselves and others plants a seed of peace. Whether it's lending a listening ear to a friend, or showing patience in a heated moment, or even taking the time to learn about a culture different from our own, we are all capable of sowing these seeds. And these seeds, they grow. Research has shown that individual actions can indeed incite societal change. One study from the University of Pennsylvania revealed that when just 10% of a population holds an unshakable belief, it's inevitable for that belief to be adopted by the majority. This suggests that if even a small portion of us commit to peaceful actions, the ripple effect could be monumental. So, let's not underestimate the power each of us holds. Let's embrace our roles as peacemakers and remember that every action, no matter how small, can make a difference. Each one of us has the power to contribute to world peace in our own unique way. So, let's start today, because peace is not a destination, it's a journey. And it's a journey that starts with you. Imagine a world where peace is more than just a dream. We've explored the barriers, pathways, and our individual roles in fostering peace. Each of us has the power to break down walls of hostility and build bridges of understanding. The ripple effect of our actions can create waves that reach far beyond our immediate surroundings. World peace is not a lofty ideal. It's a feasible reality that starts with you and me. World peace starts with each one of us. So what steps will you take to make it a reality?